Now I slam it when it's done and make sure it's broke when I'm on. No one gets on, cause I won't let nobody press up and F up the scene I set. I like to stand in the crowd and watch the people wonder, damn. But think about it, then you understand. I'm just an addict, addicted to music. Maybe it's a habit, I gotta use it. Even if it's 8-bit, a quiet storm, I chop it up and convert it to a hip-hop form. Write a verse on my notepad, critics say my vocab so bad I get cash like a slow cab. Jokers are wild, I'm the ace of spades. Y'all sit on the side, you got no place in the game. You're another enemy, you never be a friend of me. Cause you get done in the end if you pretend to be competing. Cause I just put your mind on pause and I can beat you in. You compare my rhymes to yours, I'll wake you up and I just stare in your face. You seem stunned, remember me, the one you got your idea from. But soon you start to suffer, only gets rougher when you run for cover. That's when you had enough of. My rhyme's sick, make you choke, you need a Heimlich. Well I quit, I say nope, because I ain't no joke.
Welcome back to another edition of Counterculture. I am your host, Michael Melchor. Not going to waste a whole lot of time with introductions because we've got two artists right inside that building, the Haven Lounge, that we're going to go in and check out. For this episode, we will be featuring Random, an MC based out of Arizona, recently quitting his job as a professor to make his dream come true. Has recently released the Black Materia album based on Final Fantasy VII, a critical and commercial success. And now is in our fair state of Florida doing a pre-Nerdapalooza show. So we're going to go in, have a word inside, and check out some of his performances. So let's go take a look.
Let's do some rapping. What do you say? Yeah. All right. Anybody familiar with Daft Punk? Yeah. All right, a few Daft Punk fans here. Prior to Kanye West season. All right. Well, allow me to introduce you to the funk. And the way the funk works is very simple. In order to set it off and have some fun here tonight, I'm going to need you to help me with two very simple instructions. And here you go. When I say hip, you say hop, hip. When I say whoa, you say stop. Whoa, whoa. Now when I say mega, you say red. Mega, red, mega, red. When I say mega, you say red. Mega, red, mega. Thinking back when I was younger, man, I always used to want to feel it. Always every summer, learn to never lose the hunger. Only child, no feeling like a chiller sometimes. On the block, we had to rumble sometimes. Until times, I was a cousin of mine. And I wanted to shine. He got talent and he busted them rhymes. Chill with the old heads, do what they were doing. They want me to go to tell you not to do what they were doing. Anyone, two, Batman fever, cause this related, MegaRan feature. Hard to believe it now, traveling the country, I'm kinda good, but you believe I'm more lucky. It's a take that will put me down, like still be recorded on a 4-track map. Y'all know what it means to me, if I have somebody that believes in me. So, when I say it, you say hop, hip, hip. When I say won't, you say stop. Whoa, whoa. When I say mega, you say red. Mega, mega. When I say mega, you say red. Mega, mega. Yeah. I'm just getting started. Sounds familiar to anybody? All right. Hey, what's the beat here? We're going to try to have an entire bar all on one accord here without drums. We can bring them in. Drums will go. Follow with me, go. Hey, 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 hey. We beat them. Enters in, not a pictures in. Enters in, got a pit further to go by any means. Getting rid of our enemies. A-G-A-L-A-N-C-A-T. That's who we be. Got a bit, no, service, got a bit, further to go, do what I gotta get, who want a problem with, A-G-A-L-A-N-C-A-T-S, I don't know exactly what they get to, but they want to get this show on the live stream, and I just can't continue, they don't care who they put, who they ain't you, want to turn the whole planet against them, do it simple, you're doing the resistance, or you might go rise that puts into submission. Not fantasizing, wish this world wasn't violent. It'll get worse if we allow it. I can't let it roll out of my way, I'm running inside it. Can't represent avalanche. These chumps don't have a chance. Watch them scatter, man. We're embarrassed, laying them down. People without me, people around me, whatever the voice of reason. Out there, but just see anybody in my way, I'm squeezing. To be high, I'm leaving the law in the region. It's gotta be the highest treason. We ain't too far to back down. Not leaving till we even. Looking to a level where you can get equipment. And the president of Shimmer storms it. It's all worth the case, it's on it. Everybody help me out, come on down. Insurgent, got a insurgent. Insurgent, got a bit. Where would it go for anything? Get rid of our enemy. A-B-A-L-A-N-C-H-E, yeah, that's who we be. Insurgent, got a bit. Insurgent, no, insurgent, got a bit. Where would it go? It's got a hit. Who want a problem with A-B-A-L-A-N-C-H-E? B-A-R-R-E or T. They gon' have to come get me if they want me. I don't bend, don't break, I don't care about much. This my daughter Molly, my people being free. And you gotta understand, son, I don't have the answer. I just keep the faith, and I always keep a handgun. No, the rule, cause I got a handgun. I call it a gun arm, so I'm never unarmed. Got it as a battle scar, of this shit scarlet. Weapons developer, call me in a target. While I tried to save my friend died. He shot my hand, I lost my grip, I thought my friend died. And so what? Took me to store, raised her as my own child. Till I discovered I was alive and gone wild. Keep going till the planet is at peace. And if somebody's gotta go, that's just a small casualty. Every time I'm dead, and I keep a bad attitude. Pity the fool that compared me to that other dude. Avalanche rapping, the day I pass on. Even if I'm born, I'm still gonna last. Oh, hurry out, insurgent, not a victor. Insurgent, got a bit, where to go? But I did, getting rid of my enemy. A-B-A-L-A-N-C-H-E, yeah, that's who we be. Insurgent, got a bit nervous. No, service, got a bit further to go. What I gotta get, who want a problem? A-B-A-L-A-N-C-H-E, yeah, that's who we be. Thanks, guys.
So joining us right now, we have Random and K-Murdock.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Gentlemen, how you doing this evening?
I'm great. A little sweaty, a little tired, a little dizzy. But, you know. I mean,
Well, I'd imagine you were all over that stage. That was, I mean, this is actually the first time I've been able to see you play, and hell of a show I saw.
Thanks,
so,
man.
Crowd was into it. It was really good.
I try to leave them all up there. It's not pretty all the time, but it's,
leave it all on the stage.
But it's very, very effective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I saw the newest thing out looks like is 2 weeks notice. Going along with the Life After Lesson Plans show, it looks like you have left your job in teaching to kind of pursue what you're doing now. Am I understanding that right?
Yes, that's correct. Pretty scared, scared to death. But it's I thought it's the next logical step. I mean, as the music gets more and more serious, I mean, it's just like I feel like at some point you got to trust it. You got to trust it enough to go out on a limb with it. And so I feel like we've built somewhat of a brand and somewhat of a following that I trust it. So therefore, I'm gonna just jump out and get behind it and see what happens.
Yeah. I mean, it seems everything's been. Each record has seemed to build momentum. The Call came out and got a good response. Wow. Obviously the MegaRan material, Forever Famicom with both of you is just got bigger, and then Black Materia just seems to be the way the momentum's going.
Sky's the limit. I mean, it's it just I think about that and I'm like, wow, I did all that as a part-time rapper, as a part-time musician.
So now what happens?
It gives me a lot of
everything.
It gives me a lot of optimism that if I put everything into it, I don't have those other things slowing me down. There's times where I had great song ideas and great things that I wanted to write, but I had to do lesson plans, or I had to be at work, or I had other things to do. And so now without that, I'm able to just create, and it's a wonderful feeling. I think that's why God put us here to create. And I feel like I'm able to create, and it's a great thing.
Yeah, certainly. So So this is the second time you've been to our city this year. The third will be next month at Nerdapalooza.
Was that this year? Yeah, well, I came in November.
Oh, was it
last
November?
time I was here was November.
Was that the Geek Easy show?
That was the Geek Easy.
I thought that was earlier this year.
That was our final stop on our fall tour. Bits and Rhymes tour, myself.
That's
and
okay.
That was our final stop. Orlando's always been like a second home base for me.
Yeah.
You know, it's ever since 2007. I've been coming here every year, or at least once a year, sometimes twice, and always get a great reaction. Have a lot of great friends here and family. I won't even say fans, but just family who always find me a place to stay. Always take care of me when I'm here. Point me to the great the best sushi places and things like that. I have a lot of really great support in Orlando, and I'm always thankful for that.
Excellent. So does that kind of reception follow you all around?
Well, I mean, maybe, but I don't. It seems like this place calls me a lot more than any other place.
This one more particular.
Texas is also great. It's very nice to me. I get to Austin, Texas, and it's always the same way. San Diego's the same way. LA. So there are other cities, but to me, Orlando just seems to have something that kind of pulls me in, and it treats me like family. I feel like I'm
in on the couch for a game of Mario Kart and hand you a soda.
Absolutely.
Nice.
That's and it's so accurate because that was what we did last night, was play emulators and play Mega Man 7 and stuff like that, and just sit on the couch and drink Mountain Dew, with the people. So that's
excellent.
It's just like being at home.
Very good. So Murdock, can we expect to see you next month as well?
Yeah.
Excellent.
I just got my ticket. I'm always like, I never assume I'm gonna go when Rand's like, yo, I'm doing this. But I guess now people have been seeing me pop up so much. It's like, are you coming? And I'm like, I was looking at Rand, and he's like, you coming? I'm like, oh yeah, sure. Like, yeah, I love it, man. This will be my third time in 8 or 9 months down here.
Yeah.
Love Orlando. It's not too far off from DC in a lot of ways, which where I'm from, as far as like weather and stuff. The sun beats a lot harder out here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But overall, I love it, man. It's been great. And the biggest thing is that you come down here and you feel at home, and that's the hardest thing. A lot of times when you're away from home, I'm a studio rat, so it takes a lot for me to want to get out. But when I'm out on the road, it makes it even better when I meet people who make me feel like I'm hanging out with a friend or something like that. So yeah, man, it goes a long way in Orlando. A lot of people populating this area who've shown us love. So
excellent.
Yeah, sorry, great. I had a guy telling us he came 4 hours tonight to the show.
That's crazy.
That stuff is just so touching to me. Like, man, you came 4 hours for me. Like, that's insane. That's really insane. I could have never imagined that.
I thought I was doing good driving 1. He's got me beat.
This guy came 4 hours. He said on his Facebook, like, man, I really want to go to MegaRan show, but it's 4 hours away. I don't have the money. And so I responded like, hey, if you come out, I'll get you in free. Don't worry about that. And I'll give you some music to go home with. So I did that. So
nice.
It's like I felt really good about that. So stuff like that touches me, man. Cause
very good.
Like for me, like I'm just some rap guy from Philly who likes Mega Man. Like 4 hours for me, like that's so insane. So insane in a great way. Like I'm so thankful for that kind of stuff, and it's extremely humbling.
Yeah, I mean that's something else I noticed too. A lot of you seem to have drawn that kind of following. A lot of people have gotten behind you in relatively a short time. What's it been, 5 years that you've been doing?
5 years that I've been doing seriously, putting out music.
Yeah.
2006. Yeah, it's actually 5 years. Wow. It seems like an eternity. Like you look at my catalog, I mean, I got like 10 albums, so it's like it seems like
part-time rapper
an eternity, So it's like, I quit my job. I've been out of work for a month, and now Teach Rapper Heroes out. So it's like one of those things where the productivity is just going to go through the roof.
Oh yeah.
I predict another 2-3 albums this year. Like seriously, like
sure,
it's rolling right now. So I'm like,
okay,
why stifle it? Let it go.
Yeah, no, exactly. So speaking of other albums coming out, do you have any other ideas for anything else that you're working on? Or?
Well, immediately, I don't know when this is going to air, but July 4th, I'm going to re-release Heroes, which is to me one of my favorite projects. Heroes is going to come out in a special edition, iTunes and Amazon only, with 4 new tracks.
Oh.
So it'll be a total of 14
for
on there.
July 4th.
For July 4th,
I just peeped that.
Heroes,
Okay.
So 4th of July, we'll drop a new...
See what he did there?
New Heroes. They won't be physical. The physical will just be the old version.
Right.
But to me, Heroes is such a special album to me. So it's great. Like, I mean, I don't toot my own horn that much,
Hey,
but
well,
Hero's a darn good album.
when it's true, it's true.
So it's one of those things where I put it out only like kind of without putting all my full effort behind it. It was a free Kickstarter gift. That's what it was.
Yeah.
You know, but then I'm like, this is some good stuff, you know. So now we're doing an iTunes route.
Yeah.
So that'll be out July 4th. October is MegaRan 10. Finally going to finish that up. And gosh, and then back in the studio with K-Murdock to work on our next project, which will be out in 2012.
Excellent.
So at least two more projects. Oh, and group album.
Oh yeah,
with
don't
Mr.
forget
Miranda.
the memorandum.
That's done. It's called the Memorandum.
Oh.
You might have seen the Wednesday video. So that will be out before the end of the summer. So yeah, there's like so much stuff. But I can't help it. I feel like if I'm being creative and it's good, then put it out.
Yeah.
Sure.
Certainly. Excellent. Well, one last thing before I wrap off. I know probably heading, well, I don't know if y'all are heading back to Arizona this soon or DC, but I'd imagine y'all got
One more show tomorrow night.
Okay.
In Lakeland.
Oh.
Yeah. And
then heading out of the state.
And then out.
Back home for a
Well,
little bit.
at any rate, you've got a long drive, and we wish you safe travel. But one last thing before I do, while I have you here on the record, I wanted to thank you for the 8-bit remix of I Ain't No Joke. Best theme music I could have asked for.
Thank you. I thank Rakim,
Yes.
my idol as an MC. To me, he's still the greatest rapper ever. Rakim.
Yeah. See,
and so that was me just kind of paying some homage.
Cool.
And A-Rival, just an amazing producer as well as MC and performer with the chiptune stuff. And so him
When
and
is that record coming out? There's another one.
Well, we didn't do anything else. We don't have anything else done.
Okay.
I shouldn't announce projects when nothing's done. So we only did that one song.
That's
but
a good teaser, though.
It's going to be more, though. He did an 8-bit Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre record. He did an 8-bit Pete Rock and CL Smooth.
Wow,
so it's
cool.
going to be really cool, like an old school tribute. And that's one thing in hip hop. People are kind of afraid to do cover songs because, like, biting is like the cardinal sin.
Right, yeah.
But why can't you pay tribute? You know, like people, rock guys do covers all the time. I mean, everything else but hip hop. So I'm going to do some hip hop covers, but just do it in my own style. I add some new lyrics, but I Ain't No Joke is one of my favorites.
Yeah, I really love, I mean, that's a lot of the stuff I grew up on. You know, him, Public Enemy, KRS-One, and BBB.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I loved I Ain't No Joke, and I heard your version of it with the 8-bit behind it. I'm like, this is perfect. This is what this show is about. So thank you very much again.
And it
awesome.
reintroduces people. Well, not even reintroduces some people who may not know who Rakim is.
Yeah, some of the younger
Right,
people that
so
don't
it's a
know.
good bridge,
So
you know?
Eric B. and Rakim, go look them up. Go get paid in full. And so it's a great bridge to the past. A link to the past, so to speak.
Yeah.
You know?
On that note, that's perfect. Gentlemen, thank you very much again.
Thanks, Mike.
It's an
Had a
honor,
great
man.
show.
Thank
We
you.
will see you here in about a month when Nerdapalooza comes around.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go back inside and check out more of Random and K-Murdock on stage.
That's perfect. Evil. Yeah. 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 That's for all. That's how it's gonna go. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. That's how you do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's for all. Yeah. 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 1, 2, 3. Come on. That's for all. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah. The meanest, the illest, the most villainous killer from niggas rocking the sword and hair silverist. Product of an experiment going wrong, burn the village down, now he's on going with his name. Black material, media, cell, caster, taskmaster, man, they come before us as our master. Temporal, come to get your stepping off, stepping off. We kill you before you get your weapon off. I ain't scared of you, really I'm prepared to do whatever it takes. I cut the head off a snake, so it ain't doing one wing, next to nothing. Gotta let you know one thing, we are coming. Behold the pale horse, the storm with nail force. Power is unstoppable, and therefore we got the center of the earth, so we travel there. It's shadow flare, almost knocked me out on battle gear. Supernova is explosive, destroy the solar system, just to hit us with a dosage. Pluto going, Jupiter, Mercury roasted, still like giant, but somehow we'll focus. Level 99, my combat 6 justice for your heinous crime must be demoted. Let it break, omni-slash, plays into this body slam. Damage your chances, be hit up with multi-shotty blast. People does a part two, beat rush, somersault, water kick, several raw heat, all of it, emergency, ain't no time for calling 911. How you stop hell? I know, right on heaven. Face to face, man to man, sword to sword. His bloody body explodes and turns to old. Didn't do it for fame, remember the game. I still get a chill whenever I say his name. The meanest and illest, the most villainous killer of millions fucking the sword and hair of silver. Try to double and experiment, going wrong, burn the village down, now he's all gone. What's his name? Black materia, media spell master, taskmaster. Any company for another after. That's for wrong, cause it's the stepping off of the song. And figures when you get your weapon off.